Hi everyone, welcome back to my Python series. In this video, we're moving on to part 3, conditional statements if-else. If-else statements are used when we want our program to choose between two or more actions. For example, if this happens, do this, else do that. So for this part, we'll try 3 examples: scholarship eligibility, electricity bill calculator, and lastly is the username and password validation. So let's start. So our first program is the scholarship eligibility system. So this program starts by asking for 2 inputs, the average grade and the family income, which is both stored as float. Now, after makuha ng mga input na yun from user, our goal now is to identify if full scholarship, partial scholarship, or not eligible for scholarship ang student. So for that to happen, gumamit tayo ng if, elif, and else statement to check for the condition. So, dito sa first if, ang sabi dito, kung mas mataas daw or equal to 90 ang average ng student, and which means dapat dalawa tong condition ang mag-true para maging valid or para ma-identify siya as full scholarship. So, dapat greater than or equal to 90 ang average and the income is less than 200,000. So, if mag-true siya dyan sa condition na yan, if the student qualifies in this condition, therefore, qualified siya as full scholarship. And if kapag naman hindi siya qualify dito or kapag naman nag-false ang condition dito, next na i-check niya is yung laman ng elif statement. So, ang sabi ng elif statement is kapag daw yung average is greater than or equal to 85 and ang income is greater than 500,000, therefore qualify siya as partial scholarship. Else or otherwise kapag hindi ka nakapasok sa dalawang condition na 'to, therefore hindi ka eligible or not qualified ka for scholarship. So let's have an example. For example, the average is 92. The family income is 150,000. So, pasok siya doon sa condition ng ating if statement, therefore nag-qualify siya as full scholar. Let's run it again. For example, 87 ang average mo. Then, the income or the family income is 300,000. So, nag-false siya doon sa unang if statement because the income is greater than 200,000 and then the grade is lower than 90, therefore hindi na siya pasok dito sa unang if statement. Kaya chinek niya yung elif statement. Then sa elif statement, nakita niya na qualify or nag-true sa elif statement, therefore nag-print siya ng partial scholarship. Then last example, let's try 80 and family income 600,000. So dito, nag-show siya as not eligible kasi wala sa condition na 'to, wala sa if condition, wala sa elif condition ang nag-true, therefore nag-print yung not eligible since false lahat ng above condition. So, we see na yung code na 'to pinapakita kung paano gumamit ng if, elif, else para makapag-check ng multiple situations or multiple conditions sa isang program. Next is we have the electricity bill calculator. This program computes the bill based on electricity consumption in kilowatt hours or kWh. So first, the program asks for input. So input natin dito yung kilowatt hours consumed and it is stored as load. Then next, dito lang tayo sa logic ng ating program. So ang sabi dito, if yung consumption daw natin is less than or equal to kWh or less, yun, basta ang consumption is 100 kWh or less, papasok siya dito sa if statement. Magtuturo siya dito sa if statement. Therefore, ang magiging solution natin for our total bill is kilowatt hours multiplied by 5. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, each kilowatt hours cost 5 peso plus the fixed charge 50 peso. Else kapag naman daw more than 100 ang ating consumption, ang magiging cost ng ating KWH is 8 peso plus of course the fixed charge 50 peso. Then it will print the total bill. So, take this for example. Kunwari, ang ating na-consume na kilowatt hour is 80. So, it is less than 100. Therefore, ang ating magiging total bill is 450. So, how did that happen? Let's try it sa calculator natin. So, nag-true siya dito sa if since less than 100 or 80 lang yung na-consume na kilowatt per hour. For example, 80 multiplied by 5 plus 50. So, yun, 450. Next, itry naman natin, what if more than 100 naman siya? For example, 120. So, ayan, ang total bill natin is 1,010. Nag-fall siya dito sa if statement. Pumasok siya dito sa else statement. Therefore, ito yung nirun niya or ito yung kinumpute niya. So this is a very simple way to show how if-else controls two different outcomes based doon sa ating user input. Finally, we have the username and password validation program. This one checks kung tama ba ang login credential na in-input ni user. So dito, we get input from the username input, and the password input. And then we check. So, gumagamit tayo ng if-else statement dito to check or to validate the credentials. So, kung pareho ang input sa correct username and password, for example, nag-input ako dito ng admin, nag-input ako dito ng password, therefore, kailangan i-print niya tong nasa loob ng if body. Otherwise, it will show invalid credentials. So, let's do an example. And for example, admin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since nakita niya na yung username is equals to admin, which is the default na sinet natin, and the password is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is also set or by default nilagay natin dyan. Since nakita niya and nag-true siya sa condition ng ating if statement, pupunta siya sa if body and ipiprint niya yung laman nito, which is the login successful. Let's try it again. Dito, nag-invalid credential siya since nag-fall siya dito sa if condition, hindi siya pumunta doon sa body ng if and nag-proceed siya doon sa laman ng else, kaya nag-print siya ng invalid credential. So, itong program na to, it is one of the most common uses ng if-else sa real world or sa totoong buhay kung saan ginagamit siya to validate data and of course to control access. And that's it for part 3 conditional statement if else. We learned how to handle decisions that have two or more outcomes like checking grades, computing bills, and verifying logins. In the next video, we'll move on to if statements for more complex decision making. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.